Hey there, this is Mass Effect Episode 5. In the last one, we cracked down on crime in the main facility and eventually managed to find our way outside. In pursuit of the Matriarch Benezia, we hopped in our vehicle for the first time and made our way through some snowy terrain. The vehicle was actually really fun. I had a blast. But eventually we found this place. It's some sort of lab, and it's infected with geth of all kind and some weird experiments and bugs. It's been pretty gross, but let's continue. So we came from this door. Let's first talk to this lady.
What?
Oh. Calm?
You seem less upset about this situation than the others.
That is one of the virtues of the meditation you interrupted.
Oops.
Do you know Matriarch Benezia?
Do you know President Huerta of Earth? I did not think so.
Benezia passed through here. You didn't see her?
I saw her. You asked if I knew her. I do not.
Oh my god. Whatever.
That's all for now.
Then I will return to my meditations.
I don't like her at all.
Where did they come from? Were they in the lab?
You're not gonna go to the hot labs, are you?
Science pukes. Should just bug out and leave them to die. Well, their fault anyway.
Oh my god.
Bug out.
Okay.
Uncertain. I welcome you. Cautiously, I am curious to know what you're doing here.
I was sent here to find an Asari matriarch.
Surprised? One has visited recently. Furtively. There are rumors she has gone to the hot lab. For now, with forced cheer,
Oh.
I still have a limited supply of equipment to sell.
Oh my gosh. What's this cell crap? Stop. Be nice.
Let's have a look.
Regretfully, most of my stock is being appropriated by Captain Ventralis.
Aww. Okay. So her... They don't say anything.
What? No!
What?
Sorry. I haven't had much sleep since the attack. Is there something you need?
I'm looking for an Asari.
Asari? Well, there's Dr. Ialis over there. There's also our guest, Lady Benezia. Captain Ventralis might know where she is.
What do you know about the hot labs?
Nothing. I didn't work there. As far as I know, Han Olar was the only survivor.
Is he in the medical ward?
No, he's staying in the science team's quarters. Be gentle with him. He had a trying experience.
What sort of work do you do here?
I can't say. I signed a non-disclosure agreement. If we survive, I'd like to keep my job. The location is terrible, but the pay is better than any other commercial lab.
You're not happy on Peak 15?
The outside world doesn't exist here, just walls of ice and rock. There's only the work, the discovery. It's easy to forget why science is guided by ethics. Maybe we're paying for that now.
Yep. Did I already ask about Benezia? I think so.
How are you holding up?
It would be petty to complain after showering off a coworker's brain. None of us have had enough sleep since the attack. Of course, not all of us have guns.
What do you do here?
I'm a toxicologist. I can't talk about my work. Not that I'm doing anything since the accident.
I'll talk to you later.
Remember to report any suspicious noises.
The medical bay. That's the restricted area. We'll check that out in a bit. Hee. I've never done this before, so just reduce it, I guess. Okay, so I just want to do some exploring. It's one of these guys. Oh, he's the survivor.
You came to find out about them, didn't you?
You mean those things out there?
Yes. I'm the only survivor from the hot lab, you know.
I need to know more about those things out there.
About the Rachni?
Rachni? I don't believe that.
Where did they come from?
They found it in a derelict ship. An egg. Waiting since the last battles. They brought it here.
Shut up! God, you want to get us killed?
I don't have any control over who lives or dies here. Do you?
If you're gonna be crazy, be the quiet kind.
Oh my god.
Crazy? I'm sane. God, am I sane?
Tell me about them, dude. I believe you.
I need to know everything about the Rachni.
I told you all I can. We brought the Rachni back from the dead. In retrospect, a bad decision.
Could Matriarch Benezia survive in the hot labs?
It's possible. The specimens were sensitive to biotics.
I heard you were at the hot labs. How did you make it out alive?
I killed her.
What?
Doctors on Muir. We were going to lunch when the alarms went off. I ran into the tram, and I closed the doors.
Oh my god.
She banged on the window once, then they sliced her to pieces. Her head came apart like a melon.
I regret asking.
I closed the door. I killed her.
I don't like any of these options, but I'll just go with the middle one.
If you hadn't, you'd be dead too.
Of course. That is perfectly true.
I'll be leaving now.
Yeah.
Okay, this one will get you. How can you tell jokes?
Jokes?
So this hydrogen atom says to another hydrogen, I lost my electron.
I've heard this one.
And the other hydrogen says, man, are you sure? I'm positive.
He just laughed.
Shut up.
God.
If I leave and come back, will they say another one?
I used to have nightmares like this.
Too many cheap horror vids before lights out.
Gotta keep the mood light. I mean, if you don't laugh, you'll... Yeah, you just have to.
Okay. I don't think any of that was important.
You're not part of the crew.
Call me Shepard. I'm a Spectre sent by the Citadel.
There aren't any human specters. Look, Plague doesn't care who you are. This lab is under quarantine.
So he won't let me go in. Okay, I can't go in. Maintenance area? Yeah, that guy wouldn't know that we're a Spectre because how would he know if he doesn't ever leave this place? So we went that way. Are these things gonna shoot me if I walk by?
Warning, Watchdog protocol is active.
What does that mean? Okay. Yeah, so I reloaded. I don't think we ever went into the medical bay.
Hang on. I know you'd have a cure by now. What do you want?
I didn't mean to bother you.
No, you did nothing wrong. I'm just distracted.
Are these people sick?
What happened to these people?
They're suffering from a toxin. There was an accident. I have a non-disclosure agreement. I shouldn't discuss it with anyone outside of the company.
But I could help.
But you're going to, because I might be able to help.
And I'd like to think that the company finds our lives more valuable than their secrets. You know Mira, the VI for Peak 15? She handles the safety protocols for our experiments here.
We reactivated her on our way through Central Station.
That was you? I'm grateful. Until she came online, the automatic equipment wouldn't work. We lost the connection to Mira in the middle of an experiment and the quarantine failed. These three were exposed to a toxin, something we were working on.
I understand your caution, but I need details. What you say won't go beyond these walls.
It's a bioweapon, based on an exotic life form discovered on the frontier. They wanted something that could kill the creature, but there was no profit in something that kills one species on the frontier. We kept working on it and adapted it to affect more species. Thoros B is highly infectious, but can't pass from one person to another, like a biowar attack without a pandemic spread.
It doesn't matter how safe you make it. Biological weapons are illegal.
Militaries, governments, they'll get this kind of weapon one way or another, and we're trying to limit the damage. I know you can't see that.
Worry about that later.
Is there a cure, Doctor? A treatment?
Our first priority was getting it working. We were close to synthesizing an antidote when Mira went down. Our notes and equipment are locked in the quarantine labs. Captain Ventralis doesn't want to risk more contamination.
I can be pretty persuasive.
I'll talk to him. Maybe I can convince him to let me try.
I can't ask you to do this officially, but if you can do anything, I'd appreciate it.
What will it take to get the cure for these people?
The quarantine labs are near. Once you're in there, look for our notes. It should just be a matter of following our processes.
How's the science team holding up?
Better than Ventralis's guards. They've been on alert since the first attack. I've been administering stims at their request. But every species needs to sleep. They're getting twitchy, irrational.
Talk to you later.
I hope you can do something.
Okay, so now we have to go try to persuade the guard outside the door to the quarantine.
Something you need?
I've heard about the problems in the quarantine lab. I'd like to recover the toxin cure.
God, I wish we could help those guys. I really do, but we can't risk contamination now.
We're not part of your defense plans. We're consuming extra rations, extra metagel.
Yeah, but you also have extra guns. All right, you want to gamble with your life, you're not under my command. I'll have the guard let you in, but he'll lock the door behind you. He'll run a full scan before he'll let you out. If there are any anomalies, you stay in there.
Those are reasonable precautions.
I'll radio ahead to let the guard know. Good luck.
Later, loser.
I've got work to do.
Yeah.
You and me both.
Let's get to work. It was a lot easier than I expected.
You're not part of the crew.
I have Ventralis' permission to go in there.
Yeah, he radioed. He also said you have to prove you're not contaminated to get out. You got a death wish? You should stand watches on the barricade.
So as each chemical is poured, the equipment will mark the minimum and maximum amount that will work. Too little or too much will spoil the result. All right, let's give this a shot. Nice.
Your mission ends here, Shepard.
Knew it.
Ambush.
You're a sleeper agent for Benezia.
Knew it.
I was ordered to eliminate you should the opportunity arise. And here you are, trapped in this lab. Weapons free!
right.
Commander, looks like that Asari doctor killed the guard.
Oh my god. But not anybody else in here.
They came out of there.
Who came out of what?
The synthetics that attacked you. Benezia brought them with her.
How can I get into the maintenance area?
A team lead would have access. Like Dr. Cohen. He's in the medical bay.
Thanks,
I'll be
baby.
leaving now.
Yeah.
Okay, we go back to see the doctor. I think it was this way. The like little quest marker down here, it's confusing when it doesn't make up for the difference in floors.
Is that the cure? You did it?
That Asari scientist, the one in the mess hall? She just tried to kill us.
Alestia? That's unbelievable. I don't know much about her. She arrived a month ago. One of the shareholders pulled strings to get her here.
Mm-hmm.
Let me guess. Saren the Spectre.
Yes. I think that was the name. I don't pay attention to the other research teams. Look, the guards, they've been more on edge since you got here. I think they were expecting you. And there are more labs in the back. The guards won't even let me back there. Just people with clearance.
Thanks for the warning. Here's the cure.
Let me see that file. An extension on Phelps' work? I thought he was on the right track. I can't thank you enough that... Oh, God, what a cliché. You saved their lives, do you know that?
Could you spare a few medical packs? They're worth their weight in gold up here.
You didn't get these from me. Ventrollis wanted them saved for his people.
Oh, no.
I need to administer this. Thanks again.
All right, well, I need you to help me
They
handle
seem
that one,
to be
please.
coming along well.
Good.
I need to get into the maintenance areas.
You're not supposed to go back there. But I guess there's nothing to hurt. Here's my pass. Just don't tell the guards.
Thank you.
Talk to you later.
Of course. Be careful.
Okay. So all of the guards knew I was coming? Restricted area. So where was that maintenance area again? Okay, the quarantine lab. You want me to shoot you? So it looks like my journal was updated. Okay, and the guards are not alerted to my presence just yet. I'll probably mess something up. Here we go.
You do not know the privilege of being a mother. There is power in creation. To shape a life, turn it toward happiness or despair. Her children were to be ours, raised to hunt and slay Saren's enemies. Have you faced an Asari commando unit before? Few humans have.
I know this is probably useless, but we're gonna say, surrender!
We don't have to fight. You can return to the Citadel with us.
I think not.
Oh. Where are they? Oh, it looks like she's getting weak.
This is not over. Saren is unstoppable. My mind is filled with his light. Everything is clear.
Start talking, Benezia. What's Saren's next move?
I will not betray him. You will... You must listen. Saren still whispers in my mind. I can fight his compulsions, briefly, but the indoctrination is strong.
Are you saying he brainwashed you?
People are not themselves around Saren. You come to idolize him, worship him. You would do anything for him. The key is Sovereign, his flagship. It is a dreadnought of incredible size, and its power is extraordinary.
Sovereign's not like other ships. Where did it come from?
I cannot say. The Geth did not build it. Its technology is far more advanced than that of any known species. The longer you stay aboard, the more Saren's will seems correct. You sit at his feet and smile as his words pour into you. It is subtle at first. I thought I was strong enough to resist. Instead, I became a willing tool, eager to serve. He sent me here to find the location of the Mu relay. Its position was lost thousands of years ago.
Someone on Noveria found it?
2,000 years ago, the Rachni inhabited that region of our galaxy. They discovered the relay. The Rachni can share memories across generations.
Oh my god.
Queens inherit the knowledge of their mothers. I took the location of the relay from the Queen's mind. I was not gentle.
How did the Rachni find it?
They searched, patiently. They are territorial creatures, driven to close any possible way into their systems.
Why does Saren need the Mu relay?
He believes it will lead him to the conduit. I would tell you more if I could, but Saren did not share his counsel with me. I was merely a servant to his cause.
You can still make it right. Give me the information.
I was not myself, but I should have been stronger. I transcribed the data to an OSD. Take it, please.
Knowing the relay's coordinates isn't enough. We need to know where to go from there.
Saren wouldn't tell me his destination. But you must find out quickly. I transmitted the coordinates to him before you arrived. You have to stop me. I can't. His teeth are at my ear. Fingers on my spine. You should. You should.
She wants me to kill her.
Die.
Oh.
I cannot go on. You will have to stop him, Shepard.
I mean, if she's weak, I feel like we should be able to just take her to the Citadel, you know? But it doesn't look like that's gonna happen.
Hold on! We've got Metagel. Maybe we can...
No. He is still in my mind. I am not entirely myself. I never will be again. No light. They always said there would be a...
She's gone. Okay. what's gonna happen now? Oh no. Ew. She's not moving of her own will.
This one serves as our voice. We cannot sing. Not in these low spaces. Your musics are colorless.
Why aren't you dead?
We filled you with enough plasma to pop a tank.
This vessel is at the edge. Yet she struggles. You cannot see her magnificence. We are breathing on the embers. We are the mother. We sing for those left behind, the children you thought silenced. We are Rachni.
How are you speaking through her?
Our kind sing through touchings of thought. We pluck the strings, and the other understands. She is weak to urging. She has colors we have no names for. But she is ending. Her music is bittersweet. It is beautiful. The children we birthed were stolen from us before they could learn to sing. They are lost to silence. And their suffering. They cannot be saved. They will only cause harm as they are.
I'll do it, cheerfully.
I don't understand. Why are your children killing people?
These needlemen, they stole our eggs from us. They sought to turn our children into beasts of war, claws with no songs of their own. Our elders are comfortable with silence. Children know only fear if no one sings to them. Fear has shattered their minds.
Makes sense. A baby left alone in a closet until she's 16 won't be sane.
All right. I don't think they'll give me a choice anyway.
Before you deal with our children, we stand before you. What will you sing? Will you release us? Are we to fade away once more?
The Rachni were a threat to the galaxy. Those tanks are filled with acid. If she gets out of hand, they dissolve her.
She's the last of her race, Shepard. We don't have the objectivity to judge her.
Your companions hear the truth. You have the power to free us.
Oh no.
Or return our people to the silence of memory.
So my first thought was, like, okay, good thing she's in that tank, like, she can't get out. But, oh my gosh, no, I'm not sure. We need to know more.
If I let you live, would you attack other races again?
No. I do not know what happened in the war. We only heard discordance, songs the color of oily shadows. We would seek a hidden place to teach our children harmony. If they understand, perhaps we would return.
Are you a survivor from the war? A clone?
We do not know. We were only an egg, hearing Mother cry in our dreams. A tone from space hushed one voice after another. It forced the singers to resonate with its own sour yellow note. Then we awoke in this place, the last echo of those who came out from the singing planet. The sky is silent.
Okay, if I say I won't kill you, does it mean like she's just gonna stay in the tank? Or is it just like a nicer version of I'll free you? Surely this won't have consequences, right? I really want to try letting her go, but I'm also worried, and I can acknowledge the fact that she has said that they were influenced by some other, like, song. So if that happened once before, it can definitely happen again. But I kinda still want to try it. Let's do it.
I won't destroy your entire race. You'll go free.
You will give us the chance to compose anew? We will remember. We will sing of your forgiveness to our children.
Don't make me regret this. That got us like huge Paragon points. So where do we go now? This looks like the bus. Same. There wasn't anything else, right? Is this where we came from? Oh no. Enemies? I'm hoping not the officers. Wait. I'm confused. Oh. Who's this guy?
Are you here to secure the situation?
How are you holding up?
You must listen to me. If we do not contain our mistake, they will drop bombs from the battle stations. You understand?
You let these things out?
I am only following the orders. Binary Helix found an egg. It was on a derelict ship, thousands of years drifting. This was Rachni's ship. Inside they find many eggs in cryogenic suspension.
They brought it here to wake it up?
Binary Helix planned to clone Rachni, mass-produce them, create an army. But when they get here, they find this egg is not a common Rachni. It is a queen. After she lays eggs, they move her to Rift Station. They are thinking that without her, they can raise the babies to be obedient.
Obviously, they were wrong.
This was exactly the wrong thing to do. I am thinking that without a queen, Rachni do not develop properly.
Yep.
Her mind is shaping theirs. These Rachni are...
This is fascinating, but we
These
don't have time.
Rachni are beyond saving. It is a sad thing, but they must be euthanized. I am thinking that the neutron purge must be set off.
I'm not familiar with the purge system.
It creates bursts of neutron radiation, kills everything within the station. Things beyond get genetic damage of varying degree.
How do we set off the purge?
Arming controls are nearby. All you do is insert the key. Then I will give Mira the start.
Oh. Okay. So we need a key, and then we need to talk to Mira. Oh. Poor dude. Here we go.
Connecting. I have full access to the facility and am at your disposal.
How many Rachni are in here?
I'm sorry, the sensor network is too damaged to provide an accurate count.
Give me your best guess.
Guessing is beyond my design parameters, Commander.
Activate the neutron purge.
I'm sorry, but I can't do that without proper code authorization.
Mumble something.
6 Emperor Tyrann 3.
That is not the correct code. Please report to security for arrest and interrogation.
She's like, turn yourself in, you idiot.
Activate the neutron purge.
I'm sorry, but I can't do that without proper code.
Who would have the code?
Director of Operations Yaroslav Tartakovsky, or any executive officer of Binary Helix.
We're moving on.
Logging you out, Commander.
Okay, so we just need to find the administrator. Oh! Finally, I could loot them. Nice.
Online. How can I help you?
Activate the neutron purge.
I'm sorry, but I can't do that without proper code authorization.
I have it, so...
Code input 875020079. Code Omega local execution.
Verified. Code Omega execution in 120 seconds.
Oh, so now we have to find our way out of here. And I hear the screaming of a million bugs. These are bugs, so they don't have tech. They're literally everywhere. I don't know where to go after this. Oh, calm, calm. Okay, so I could just leave. That's hilarious. So we came in on this one. We don't even have to tell those people to get out. All right, let's go to the central station.
What's our next move, Commander? Head for the Mu relay?
Oh.
The Mu relay could link to dozens of systems. Unless we know exactly where Saren's going, we'd just be wasting our time.
The Commander's right. We can't rush off blind. We need more to go on.
What about Liara Tassoni? The Matriarch's daughter. Isn't she some kind of expert on the Protheans?
Yeah, I want to get her next.
Yeah, right. Her mother was working for Saren. I bet she is too.
Benezia helped us in the end. Maybe Liara will too. At the very least, we should head for the Artemis Tau cluster to find her.
Yes.
Who put you in charge? Did the Commander resign when I wasn't looking?
We're all on the same team here, Williams.
Yeah.
She's just trying to help.
Sorry, Commander.
Look, this is a tough mission. We're all on edge. Everyone go get some rest. Crew dismissed.
Novaria report is away, Commander. You want me to patch it through to the Council?
Yes.
Patch him through, Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
Is this report accurate, Commander? You found Rachni on Novaria?
And then released the Queen.
Oops.
Do you have any idea what you've done? How many generations until they overrun the galaxy?
They won't?
This Queen is different. She understands why her kind had to be wiped out last time around.
I hope you're right, Shepard. Our children's children will pay the price if you're not.
We'll be waiting for your next report, Commander.
Hee. I should have said no. I didn't know we had this room. Oh wait, this is from the very first one, right? When Nihilus was still alive. Okay. Okay, so now can I talk to my crew? Because last time I tried, they were like, sorry, I've got duties. Him. Kinda just want to call him Ken because I'm so unsure. Really, I should just look it up by now.
Commander, do you have a minute?
Oh, finally.
I always make time for my officers.
Off the record, I think there's something wrong here. This Saren is looking for a lost mass relay to who knows where, but we can't get backup from the Council? Sorry, Commander. There's writing on the wall here, but someone isn't reading it.
Very observant.
The Council doesn't want to believe anything's wrong. I'd call it human nature, but...
I hear you. It just seems like a group that's been around as long as the Council should see this coming. I mean, it's funny, we finally get out here, and the final frontier was already settled. And the residents don't even seem impressed by the view. Or the dangers.
A cute way to look at it? Is this flirting?
Well, well. You're a romantic. Did you sign on for the dream, Malenko? Secure a man's future in space?
Yeah, I read a lot of those books when I was a kid, where the hero goes to space to prove himself worthy of a woman he loves, or, you know, for justice. Or maybe I was a romantic in the beginning, but I thought about it after brain camp. Biotic acclimation and temperance training. I'm not looking for the dream. I just want to do some good. See what's out here. Sorry if I got too informal. Protocol wasn't a big focus back in Bot.
What do they train you for, idiot?
Tell me about it.
Biotic acclimation and temperance didn't last past the airlock. To the kids they hauled in, it was brain camp. Sorry, hauled in is unkind. We were encouraged to commit to an evaluation of our abilities so an understanding of biotics could be compiled. There are worse results of accidental exposure to element 0 in the womb. Beats the brain tumors some kids grew up with.
Oh my god, what? Oh my god.
Is there some question about how you were exposed?
My mother was downwind of a transport crash. It was before there were human biotics, a little after the discovery of the Martian ruins. It only gets iffy around 63 when Kinetics was running out of first-gen subjects. Until then, they'd relied on accidentals. A bunch of guys in suits show up at your door after school, and next thing you know, you're out on Jump Zero.
You know of any intentional exposures for certain?
No one knows. Doesn't mean they didn't happen. As big as the exposures were, it was hard to track down accidentals. It was different then. No one knew the potential, so there wasn't a lot of regulation. Anything Kinetics did was gold. I'm not saying they intentionally detonated drives over our outposts, but in retrospect, they were damn quick on the scene.
Jump Zero's a long way from home. What was it like?
The grand gateway to humanity looks a lot better in the vids. Anyway, this was supposed to be a casual debrief, not a bull session about stuff that happened years ago.
I do want to know my crew, so I don't mind.
We have to depend on each other in combat. I like knowing what kind of man I have at my back.
I understand, ma'am. I won't let you down. You, make a habit of getting this personal with everyone?
Yes.
No, I don't.
Wait.
We'll talk again later.
I'll
Oh no, I did not mean to say
to
that.
Process that, Commander. But yeah, I'd like that.
No. No. No! No freaking way. Oh my god. I didn't mean to flirt with him. Why can't I just get to know my crewmates without it being weird? Alright, let's go flirt with everybody else, apparently. Garrus, we're here to flirt.
Commander, how are you?
Why did you want to be a C-Sec officer in the first place?
That's a good question. There were several reasons, I guess.
Like what?
Probably the same as most officers. I wanted to fight injustice, wanted to help people. I guess my father had something to do with it too. He was C-Sec, one of the best. I grew up hearing about his accomplishments or seeing his picture on the vids after a big arrest. He's taking my resignation pretty hard.
Aww.
That's tough. But you'd think he'd be impressed you're going after Saren.
My father's a C-Sec man to the bone. Do things right or don't do them at all, he says. He thinks I'm being too rash, too impatient. He's worried I'll become just like Saren.
Oh.
He actually talked me out of becoming a Spectre when I was younger, for the same reasons.
It's weird that he mentioned that because earlier I was literally like, the way you're talking, if you take it too far, you could become just like Saren.
You were asked to be a Spectre.
Well, I was targeted as a possible Spectre candidate. Me and about 1,000 other Turian military recruits. I could have received special training, but my father didn't like it. He despises the Spectres. He hates the idea of someone having unlimited power with no accountability. He wouldn't like you, Commander.
Aww.
No offense.
Not all Spectres are like Saren, you know.
Of course not. But Saren's not going to play by our rules. C-Sec's rules.
Nope.
If you want to nail Saren, you need to send someone who isn't restricted by policies and procedures.
I mean, I kind of agree. So long as we're not being too drastic.
You're a quick learner, Garrus. We'll beat him at his own game. It's the only way to stop someone like him.
I'm right behind you, Commander.
Like, I obviously don't want to, like, destroy people or get too crazy, but...
Commander?
What's your opinion of the last mission?
You mean the Rachni, right? They were dangerous, Commander. They proved that 2,000 years ago. I think it was a mistake to let them go. But that wasn't my call to make. It was yours. You know, when we pick up that Asari scientist, we'll have to tell her we killed her mom. That's gonna suck. Just saying, Commander.
Yeah, from like a rational standpoint, it would have made sense to not set her free.
Do you have a few minutes to talk? One-on-one?
Sure. I was hoping to get a minute of your time. Off the record.
Is this duty-related, Chief?
No, ma'am. Well, maybe. I know things are different aboard the Normandy, but I'm concerned about the aliens, Vicarian and Rex. With all due respect, Commander, should they have full access to the ship?
Be clear about what you're saying.
Don't mince words, Chief. What's your concern?
This is the most advanced ship in the Alliance Navy. I don't think we should give them free rein to poke around the vital systems. Engines, sensors, weapons.
I'm not gonna lock them in sleeper pods for the whole trip, Williams.
I'd be more comfortable if they didn't have access to engineering and the CIC. We, humanity, have to learn to rely on ourselves.
But we also need allies. We can't do anything by ourselves. Like, that would only get us so far.
Standing up for ourselves doesn't mean standing alone.
I don't think we should turn down allies. I just think we shouldn't bet everything on them staying allies. As noble as the council members seem now, if their backs are against the wall, they'll abandon us.
I don't disagree with what she's saying.
Yeah, the Council's had a grudge against us since the First Contact War.
I don't think it's a grudge. I think it's... Look, if you're fighting a bear and the only way for you to survive is to sick your dog on it and run, you'll do it. As much as you love your dog, it isn't human. It's not racism, not really. Members of their species will always be more important to them than humans are.
And why do you feel that way?
These seem like deeply held beliefs, Williams. What made you think this way?
My family's defended the Alliance since it was founded. My father, grandfather, great-grandmother, they all picked up a rifle and swore the oath of service. I guess we just tend to think of Earth's interests as our own.
Just shut up.
You're lucky. I lost my family on Mindoir. Are you related to anyone I'd have heard of?
Couldn't say, Commander. I read about Mindoir. The Alliance screwed the pooch on that one. Should have had a bigger garrison. Is that why you're out here? To take the fight to the pirates?
You know, I hadn't actually thought about my background. Sure.
I saw a lot of people die. I can't sit back and let things like that happen.
Amen to that.
It doesn't sound like you've worked with aliens before.
No, ma'am. Mainly I've been groundside, part of the surface garrison forces. I did get a rotation on a space station for training. Every Marine a rifleman, every rifleman ZG certified.
That's odd. Your record is spotless and your technical scores are exemplary. You should be serving with the fleet.
Anyway, that's why I haven't served with many aliens, Commander.
That's suspicious. We'll remember that.
Alright, I can see where your concerns are coming from, Williams. But this is a multilateral mission. You're gonna have to work with aliens, like it or not.
It won't be a problem, Commander. You say jump, I say how high. You tell me to kiss a Turian, I'll ask which cheek.
I don't think kissing Turians will be necessary.
You never know, Commander.
That's funny.
Dismissed, Chief.
Ma'am.
That is really funny.
Shepard, what can I do for you?
What's your story, Rex?
There's no... Go ask the Quarian
Okay, so
if
he
you
just
want
never
stories.
You Krogans live for centuries. Don't tell me you haven't had a few interesting adventures.
Well, there was this one time the Turians almost wiped out our entire race. That was fun.
I heard about that. You know, they almost did the same to us.
It's not the same.
Okay, why are all of these like, yes it is, isn't it? Oh. Or, sorry, I read that backward. It isn't?
It seems pretty much the same to me.
But she still
So
says that.
your
Okay.
people were infected with a genetic mutation? An infection that makes only a few in 1,000 children survive birth? And I suppose it's destroying your entire species?
Okay. I didn't want to say that in the first place, I'm sorry.
I suppose it isn't all the same.
I don't expect you to understand, but don't compare humanity's fate with the Krogan.
I won't. I'm not gonna push him.
Sorry, Rex. I wasn't trying to get you upset.
Your ignorance doesn't upset me, Shepard. As for the Krogan, I gave up on them long ago.
Maybe he's secretly lovable?
The
Deep
genophage
inside?
infected us, but it's not what's killing us.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Bye. Alright, one more. Like, I can understand suspicion towards aliens as a human who's never worked with other aliens before, but her and the Navigator are both, I feel like, a little extreme about it. Maybe not seriously extreme, but it still bothers me. I don't want to be too trusting, but at the same time, I also don't want to discriminate.
Oh, hello, Shepard.
Oh.
Are you okay?
I don't know. Your ship is amazing, and your crew's been really great to me, especially your chief engineer. But I just sort of feel out of place.
No.
The Normandy runs so smooth, it feels like we're not even moving. And the engines are so quiet. How do you sleep at night?
I find it rather peaceful. Don't worry, you'll get used to it.
But it's more than just the silence. This ship feels so empty. It's like half the crew is missing.
Kind of.
Back home, I couldn't wait to go on my pilgrimage. I couldn't wait to get away from the crowds. Now that I'm out here, I kind of miss them.
Oh, you're homesick.
Sometimes we don't appreciate what we have till it's gone.
That's true. I'm starting to wonder if that's what the pilgrimage is really about. It's given me a whole new perspective on my people and our culture. You know, there's always a few who go on their pilgrimages and never return. I always assumed something bad happened to them, but maybe they just wanted a different life.
So you're going back though, right? Or how do you feel now?
You do plan to return to the migrant fleet, right?
I could never abandon my people, Shepard. I will go back eventually, but we have to stop Saren first. Otherwise, I might not have a home to go back to.
I should go.
It's true.
See you later.
See ya. I like her. Oh.
Hey, Commander. Looking for some extra supplies before you head out?
What have you got?
Whatever you want. Armor, weapons, mods. It's not standard Alliance issue, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Well, as long as you don't mind paying for it.
Why should I pay you for my weapons and armor?
My stuff doesn't come from the Alliance. I have to purchase it myself, and it's not cheap. Hell, the licenses alone have set me back more than I'd like. But no licenses, no goods. Without the goods, I'm out of a job.
Let's see what you got.
You bet, Commander.
Oh, we need to level up. We really need to level up. Okay. I feel like I'm really abusing this one, but... Okay. Alright, and this is where we're gonna end this episode. We definitely got through a lot. Wow, we did a lot. I can't... I'm still weighing the fact that I freed that one alien insect, the arachnids, I believe. Arachni? Whatever. We'll see how that decision unfolds, I suppose. We also got to finally talk to some of our crewmates. I accidentally flirted with Ken. I couldn't reload. It would have been just too much of a hassle. We're just gonna own it and move forward. And I hope to God it doesn't happen again. But yeah, thanks for watching so far. See you next time. Bye.